Welcome back to Candid Convos. I am so happy to see you guys, and I just wanted to stop in and talk to you about something that I was thinking about the other day. Can you believe that it is December the 1st and we are a month away from New Year's? And you know that every time it's a new year, what do we come up with? New Year resolutions. And I was just like, why do we, I'm going to include myself, struggle with accomplishing New Year resolutions? First of all, you heard me say resolutions. That's one of the problems. We're taking on like 10 things at one time instead of just doing one. But actually, I have 17 reasons, 17, you guys, reasons why we struggle to accomplish New Year resolutions. And I'm going to go through all of those with you today. So, number 1, unrealistic goals. We're overly ambitious. These New Year resolutions that we come up with are just unattainable. And so we have to set realistic goals for what it is that we want to attain. I'm going to, let me give an example. Either would you rather use exercising or eating healthy? I think both of them are usually top picks when we want to start a New Year resolution. Maybe we can interchange throughout the conversation, okay? So let's go on to number 2, lack of specificity. I just did that. So I'm not specifying which goal or which resolution is the number 1 top priority. I've got to choose something. You know what? I said to myself, self, you have an issue. And the issue is that I start 10 things at one time, at the same time. And I said, next year, I'm not doing that. I'm going to start one new thing and I'm going to stick to it for whatever the specificity is. So let's talk about lack of specificity. Vague resolutions like, okay, let's get healthy, or I want to save money. There's no clear direction and they're not measurable. So we need to say, hey, I want to start working out. Okay, great. Well, how often do you want to work out? I want to work out 3 days a week. Okay, fabulous. How long do you want to work out? Meaning time frame. I want to work out 30 minutes to 45 minutes a day. Okay, great. Do you want to work out at the gym or do you want to work out at home? Oh, I think I want to work out at the gym. Well, did you ever work out at the gym? No. Okay, but when you did work out, did you work out at home? Yes. Well, how about we do 3 days a week, 30 to 45 minutes at home. And let's see if we can be consistent with that for 90 days. And if we're consistent with that for 90 days, then we can move to working out at the gym 3 times a week, 30 to 45 minutes a day. Tell me what you think in the comments. Was that specific enough? Let's move on to number 3, no action plan. So without a detailed plan, it's difficult to track your progress. So you've got to hey, it's been 30 days that I've exercised consistently 3 times a week for 30 to 45 minutes. Let me track my progress. So that may be before and after pictures. So pictures of you before you started working out, a picture of you 30 days after you started working out. That would be a great way. Or journaling through things is always a way to keep track of your action plan. Maybe having a calendar set up that crosses out, okay, day 1, day 2, day 3. I worked out 3 times this week. Those are just a couple of ways. But you are intelligent and you can decide how you want to, be consistent and track your progress with whatever New Year resolution you come up with. Let's go to number 4, lack of motivation. Initial excitement may fade. So if the resolution isn't deeply meaningful or personally motivating, you're going to lose motivation. So if you've noticed that you've gained 20 pounds over the last 3 to 6 months and you can't fit in the clothes that you used to wear, and it's affecting your self-esteem, it's affecting how you interact with your friends and your family, it's affecting your mood, it's affecting your attitude at work, then that wanting to change those things may motivate you to get started with exercising or some type of plan so that you can stay motivated. You don't want to be that way. You know, you don't want to be sad. You don't want to be depressed. You want to be around your family. You want to be around your friends. You want to, wear the clothes that you've bought. So that may be motivation. Also, I may be jumping ahead, but you want to get someone that's going to hold you accountable. They can help motivate you those days that you don't want to go to the gym, those days that you don't want to work out 30 to 45 minutes, those days you don't want to be consistent, maybe skip a day. Letting someone else know your plan brings motivation because you're not having to do it yourself. You've got somebody that's partnered with you to help you reach your fitness goals. That's the example that we're using today, okay? Procrastination, delayed action, or waiting for the perfect time. There is no perfect time, okay? Which means you will not have any progress. I say, hey, if you're motivated, if you have a goal, if you're motivated and it's specific, I say go ahead on and get started today. Start today. If you're like, hey, I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to get back in my clothes. I want to feel good about myself. I want to accomplish something. Go ahead on and start today. Don't wait until January the 1st. Start today. Number 6, unrealistic time frames. I gave a time frame earlier. I said, okay, we look at the year and we're like, okay, I've got 12 months, I've got 365 days. As long as within this time frame, I reach my goal of losing the 20 pounds and starting a healthy fitness journey, it's like, okay, it'll get done. But no. Hey, in the next 6 months, I want to lose 20 pounds. I think that is a realistic time frame. You're not going to be in it expecting immediate results, which if you think you're going to get immediate results, that can lead to discouragement when changes take longer. So when you want to lose 20 pounds and you give yourself 6 months, I think that's a realistic time frame. If you're motivated, if you don't procrastinate, if you set a realistic goal, if you are specific. Okay? Number 7. Now this is something that you cannot necessarily control, external distractions. So life events, work demands, unforeseen challenges can derail focus and priorities. I wish I could give a blanket statement about external distractions, but life events, if someone passes, if you have children and something happens with them in school or some type of injury or, behavior wise, you can't just throw that to the wind and just focus on losing your 20 pounds. I think life events, you have to assess them and prioritize them and give them the best version of you. I do think when you put yourself first and do the best that you can to take care of yourself, you show up differently when external distractions come up. But that's touchy. That's touchy, you guys. And so I think moving towards your goal in spite of life events is realistic for some, and it's unrealistic for others. And so I think you'll have to decide on, okay, this life event has happened. Do I have the capacity to continue on doing the goal that I have set for the year? I think you have to have a real talk with yourself. Work demands. This is another thing that's not simple as far as external distractions. If you love your job, it can be demanding, but demanding in a good way. You enjoy what you're doing. If you don't love your job and work becomes demanding, that's a whole different beast that you have to wrestle with. But I think too, a lot of times what we don't do is we don't assess whether a job still serves us. We've been at a job for 10 years and we're just used to it, and we can do it with our eyes closed and we get very comfortable. But if you're not able to achieve things that make you better as a person, because usually when you have a New Year resolution, it's something to better you, to better your family, to better your friends, to better everybody that supports you, because it helps you. We don't look at how the job in some way could be affecting us from getting to that goal. And so that's a touchy subject, and I don't mean to be touchy, but I do think that is something that we need to consider. Look at, is this job still serving me in the capacity that it once was? And if it isn't, what can I do to change this dynamic? Does that make sense, you guys? Type it in the chat if that makes sense. Okay, just put yes, Nurse E, or no, Nurse E, and tell me why. All right, number 8, insufficient support. I kind of touched on this earlier. Lack of encouragement from friends, family, or accountability partners can make sticking to resolutions harder. Hey, let somebody know what it is you're trying to do. Get a partner. Get somebody who's stronger than you that really can hold you accountable, okay? Not somebody saying, oh, you said you was going to work out 3 times a week for 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and they sitting on a couch eating potato chips. Don't get them. Don't get them. Get somebody that's like, hey, I'm going to meet you at your house every day at 4 o'clock. Let's say you get off of work at 3, okay? I'm gonna meet you at your house 4 o'clock, and we are going to work out 30 to 45 minutes, 3 times a week. You give me the days, you give me the time, I'm gonna be there, and we're gonna do this together. You gonna get something done. You gonna get something done, okay? Type agree in the chat if you agree with, hey, I gotta get accountability in order to support me. I'm not gonna have insufficient support. Type in the chat, I need accountability, okay? Number 9, habitual behaviors. Oh, we gotta break some patterns, y'all. Deeply ingrained habits are challenging to change without consistent effort and strategies. So this is another reason why, we're unable to accomplish New Year resolutions that we put in place, because of habitual behaviors. We got to start doing the work. We got to start breaking some habits in order for us to accomplish some things. Hey, we're going to stick with the exercising, all right? Now, let's say that, let's do something simple. You drink 3 sodas a day, 7 days a week. So that's 21 sodas a week, okay? This is a habitual habit, okay? A habitual habit. A habitual behavior, excuse me. And so, hey, if you are on a fitness journey, it is recommended, highly recommended, that you drink more water. Your body needs water. But if you're drinking sodas, that's replacing the water. So, hey, I'm not going to drink 3 sodas a day. I'm going to drink 1 soda a day until I'm drinking 1 soda every other day, until I'm drinking 1 soda every 3 to 4 days, until I get to a point where I'm not drinking sodas anymore. When you have a habit, you guys, a habitual behavior, let's just use smoking, for example. You know, when I talk to clients and they smoke cigarettes, I say, well, how much do you smoke a day? Oh, I smoke a half a pack. So it's about 20 cigarettes in a pack. So that means they're smoking 10 cigarettes a day. Hey, I let them know. Smoking, quitting that, it's very difficult. And if you don't want any additional help, I understand. How about instead of doing 10 cigarettes a day, we do 5 cigarettes a day for a couple of weeks. Then we go down to 3. You know, just keep cutting down. You won't believe how you have stopped a habit within 90 days. If you don't, some people can do stuff cold turkey. And I love people. I love people who can do that. But that's not everybody, y'all. That's not everybody. If you can stop things cold turkey, put it in a chat. I'm a cold turkey type of person. I'm a cold turkey type of person. Put it in a chat. If not, it's okay. You need to take baby steps. We're here for the baby steps, as long as it gets done, okay? Now, number 10, fear of failure. Worrying about not succeeding can prevent people from fully committing to their goals. I don't look at things as failing. I look at things as an opportunity to learn. Okay. Let's say you said, okay, I want to work out 3 times a week, 30 to 45 minutes a week, 30 to 45 minutes a day, excuse me. And, you know, you've noticed that you're only getting 2 days in, or let's just say 1. But the point is that you're getting something. I think we have to reframe how we look at failure. It's like, oh, I said I was going to do this and I'm not doing it, so I'm a failure. But are you doing something? Are you doing something? And at any time, you can change what it is that you're doing so that you can be successful. It's okay. You can't do 3 days a week for whatever reason, but you've been consistent with 2 days a week. Let's go with the 2 days a week, y'all. Let's go with the 2 days a week. I take 2 days over no days, especially with the exercising, okay? All right. Overwhelming expectations is number 11. Taking on too many resolutions at once can lead to burnout and lack of focus. I talked about this at the beginning of the video. This is something that I want to not do. Hey, what are some of my New Year resolutions that I'm thinking about? One of them is, hey, don't do 10 things at one time. Okay, you're going to pick 2, maybe 3, and you're going to dedicate your time to that. So I know in January, I'm going to start school. So that's going to be the main priority. There's also been an opportunity for me to work at a new company. We'll see how that works out. It has a very flexible schedule, but who knows? You know, I may have to start that a little bit later because I want to focus on school. I got to figure it out because I can't preach it and not do it. Somebody type in the comments, amen to that. All right. Number 12, failure to track progress. We talked about that a little earlier. Without tracking, it's hard to stay motivated or recognize small wins, guys. A small win is a win. Hey, I've been exercising 3 times a week, 30 to 45 minutes. I took some pictures at the beginning of the month. I've taken some pictures at the end of the month. I can see my arms slimming down. I can see my stomach getting a little flatter. And the scale is showing that I've lost 5 pounds. Hey, that doesn't sound like a small win because you went hard in the paint and you did it. So I'm proud of you. So, hey, track your progress, guys. Track it. Number 13, inconsistent effort. Resolutions require sustained effort, but many lose momentum after the initial enthusiasm. So you have to figure out ways to be consistent in effort and be enthusiastic. And I think the biggest thing is having an accountability partner tracking your progress. Those things can help with maintaining New Year resolutions. And we're talking specifically about fitness and exercising. Number 14, a negative mindset. Self-doubt or defeatist attitude can hinder progress and lead to giving up. So I am really big on, retraining your mind. So if you have to, write things on your mirror, or if you have to get little note cards that give you positive affirmation, positive words of encouragement, those types of things to help retrain your mind to be positive instead of negative, do that. You have a goal to reach. You have set a New Year resolution and you want to accomplish it within the new year. So, hey, let's retrain the mind. Let's retrain the mind. And there are a number of ways that you can retrain the mind. I mentioned the affirmations, little notes with positive writings that you can read, having an accountability partner, speaking with a therapist, talking to God, asking Him to retrain your mind, to renew your mind, to allow you to focus on what it is that you want to commit to for a better you. Do that. Do that so you can get something done. Okay? Number 15, unprepared for setbacks. Not anticipating challenges or having strategies to overcome them can result in quitting at the first sign of difficulty. Unprepared for setbacks. So let's use, here in the DMV, we can have snow at the beginning of a new year. So January, February, up until March, sometimes April, there can be snow. And so if you've decided to not work out at home, but work out at the gym, and for whatever reason the gym closes because of inclement weather, the backup plan needs to be that everything that you need is at home so that you can still get your workout in 3 times a week, 30 to 45 minutes. Make sense? Oh, another way is if you have an accountability partner and they're coming over to the house because you guys are doing home workouts, they probably can't do that with the inclement weather, which is fine. And if you have a smartphone, maybe you can get on Zoom, Google Meets, FaceTime, do your workouts together. Those are just some examples of some things that you can put in place in case there's a setback like inclement weather. You get the gist. Number 16, misalignment with personal values. Goals that don't align with one's core values or passions are harder to maintain. So I'm pretty sure that if you chose a resolution, it means something to you for whatever reason and aligns with your values, your morals, how you want to be looked at with integrity and honor, different things like that. So I think that you'll put forth your best effort if it aligns with, hey, I want to be healthy for myself. I want to be healthy for my children, for my husband or my wife, or, my extended family. That is a part of core and values and morals. And so I'm pretty sure that if you look at your New Year resolution as such, you're going to get far with that. Okay. Number 17, this is the last one, you guys. Over-reliance on willpower. We think we're way much stronger than we really are, and we're not, okay? Life happens, work happens, family happens, friends happen, and willpower alone often is not enough, okay? So creating systems and habits is crucial. Make sense? So By addressing these 17 obstacles, you guys, this can increase your chances of being successful with whatever New Year resolution you come up with. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and I want you to know that you have a purpose. There is a plan that is attached to your life, and so I hope that this will help you move in purpose going into the new year with a plan. Reassess what you accomplished over 2024 and see, hey, you may have actually accomplished more than you think. And before you prepare for 2025, do your reflection. If there's a New Year resolution that you didn't get to in 2024, carry it over to 2025 and do your best to make sure that you're able to accomplish it by addressing these things that I've talked about in this video. All right, you guys, I will see you on the next episode. Be blessed.